In this video, we're going to add our first employees into our new Squirrel Talent platform. Before I do so, I just want to recap on what we covered in our previous videos. You will recall we talked about the organizational structure, how the structure is made up of a combination of the location and a position, and that we then will attach that combination of location and position to an employee, and that will be the role that they're employed or the position they're employed in. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to add new employees and we're going to assign them to the position that they are working. The position that they're working is important because the workflow and the pipelines, which are very much a part of our subsequent videos, derive and create tasks according to positions. And we do that because a task will be assigned a position, but employees move from position to position. Employees come and grow from your business. And the last thing we want to do is have to modify workflow because somebody's left the business, hence why we assign it to positions. The positions then also determine your reporting relationships, and we sort of discussed the other concept, which is the access control list, and how your position in the organization chart or hierarchy determines who you can see. John can see Jenny, Edward and Amanda, and Jenny can see Amanda. We also talked about user roles, and a user role decides the functions that somebody can have access to. So what we'll do now is we'll go into our system and we'll create our first new employees in our new Squirrel Talent platform, bringing together the user roles and their appointment as we do so. So we'll add our first employee. We're going to add John Button. This is the minimum that we need to specify for a new employee. We'll save that. Now we're asked to enter his appointment, and this is where now we are assigning John Button to his position in the organizational chart. So we'll employ him as a sales manager, which is the sort of the highest position in the chart. Hence why there's no manager that we can identify, because we haven't yet created any other employees on any other roles which sit higher in the organizational chart than does the sales manager. So we'll save that and we'll close that. So now we've got John Button as our first employee that we've added into our system. He is the account administrator, and when he accesses the system, he's going to be able to perform the functions according to his user role, which in this case was account administrator and was reasonably unlimited. Here is his personal profile. This is his profile in the system, and you can update that now. You know, demographics, costing information, education, licenses. This is all detail that you can now maintain as you build your HR model for your employees. Again, remember, not the contractors or candidates. We're going to discuss that later. So what we'll do now is, normally, as you know, John wouldn't be added manually into the system. John would be the outcome of a recruitment process, and that recruitment process would include induction and would include introducing him into the portal, usernames and passwords and so forth. But this time we've added manually. So what we want to do now is we want John to be able to access the system. So we can again provide him access into the system by inviting him into the application. So like a multi-select, if there were many people in here that I wanted to invite at once, then I could multi-select. And my options come down here, and I will re-invite John Button into the system. So John's now going to receive a notification. That notification is going to be all branded and customized according to Squirrel's Talent's configuration. Again, another subsequent course, we're going to talk about how to configure those notifications. But if we just bring his email across here, we can see that an email is being received welcoming John to the Squirrel platform. So this is the email. You see branding, and again, all entirely up to you. These can be swapped out whenever you want. So again, if you want to do certain promotions, you can change the brand according to a particular notification. We'll talk about that in a subsequent module. So welcome to Squirrel Talent. You can access it here. So what I'll do here is I'll log out because I don't want to be logged into the system. Otherwise, when I connect here as John, it will think I'm already logged in as part of my session. So now that's my username and password. So I will click on, before I do that, I'll copy and paste my password. I'll click on the Squirrel Talent platform and I'll log in. And now I'm asked to reset to my personal password. Sign in. Now this is John Button's view of the Squirrel Talent platform. And as you can see, these are the functions that John can access. We can see up here that the role that he is in is an account administrator, and then John can then proceed to add new employees into the system, and John can do that as an administrator. So there's your explanation. So now you can see I'll go now and just add the rest of the employees manually, and simply we do so here, add manually, repeat the process, and then assign them to the roles that they want, the recruiter role, also assign them to the position you want. That then builds the org structure and decides the options that each of the users can maintain. Thank you very much.